Hi, it's Lori Mercer with firefighterwife.com, and I am here with firefighter husband, Dan, who is driving, so he will not be looking at the camera very much, but I keep hearing that you guys want to hear more from firefighter husband and more from us together, so we have a great story to share. We're traveling together this holiday weekend, and we made an observation. We really ran into a couple of different couples in a couple different situations who were not sharing the kindest words with each other, and it seemed really normal for them to be acting that way. So maybe first let's just give you the background and say, tell you about these stories. So let's see, first we were standing in Target.
Yes.
Black Friday. Yeah, that's crazy, I know.
It was Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, it was Thanksgiving night. Yeah, we did it. You know, we didn't have the kids, it was just us. We went on Thanksgiving night, and we were standing in that big wraparound line of checkout people, and I'll let you describe the scenario.
Well, basically what it was there was a mother and I think it was two daughters standing behind us waiting in a line that was 30 minutes or so to check out. And they were engaged and having fun and talking about what they had in the cart and the deals and just engaged in regular conversation. And up to that point, their dad hadn't been present. He'd been off shopping somewhere else. So he walks up and immediately you can feel the mood change. Like, he walks up and said something arbitrary and kind of snide, and it started the mom kind of having to defend herself with some of the choices she had made, and he was being disrespectful, and it was just really a unique opportunity to watch how a guy felt totally cool with being loud enough that, you know, me and probably two people in front of us could hear, being a little belittling to his wife and his daughters and the choices they made or the choices they wanted to make. And he was totally cool with it. It seemed very natural. And you could just tell that, you know, albeit he might love her to death, he was choosing publicly not to be very respectful in the words he used or the atmosphere he created in dealing with them. Yeah,
he wanted to buy this other item, and she was like, we don't have room for that in our house. Remember that? And he was like, yes, we do. We can put it here. And he was, you know, like telling her. And then he actually said, you know, your mom's no fun. He said it to the daughters. Your mom's no fun.
Yeah, and it wasn't meant in a cute, cheeky way. It was a stab. It was one of those passive-aggressive stabs at making her feel, you know, less intelligent or that her decision wasn't the right way.
Yep. And we're not trying to judge or, you know, like, I don't know their whole story. Like, you know, maybe they lost a child, maybe they lost a grandparent, maybe this was a really hard Thanksgiving. It's hard to know, so I'm not trying to judge that. We're just trying to, like, you know, bring out some of those observations of how we might be talking to our spouses in public. Then it goes both ways, right? So guys can do that to their wives can do that to their husbands, because then we were in the airport and we were standing by the rental car counter, and a couple walks up, and they were a little older than us, probably late 40s, and the husband had not said anything. So you heard this, but I watched this all happen. He was not saying anything, and the wife was like, like, kind of barking at him, like, I'm gonna go stand here, and he was like not responding, but you can see the body language, you can see the look on his face, like just boiling up. And she, you know, finally she caught on to this, that his body language, right, was like not good, and she's like, what's wrong with you? And he just kind of rolled his eyes and turned around. I was like, oh boy, like, we've totally been there before, right? Like, I'll be all hyped up onto something, like, well, no, let's do this, and you're like, you're steamed and not wanting to have the conversation where we are. So we've been there. Like, we're not at all the perfect couple. So I was a little bit chuckling inside to watch this, but I didn't see them resolve it. Like, you know, she like stomped off and he like stood there and checked out, and just
the point is that, and we made it earlier, Lori and I were talking about this, is how we'll speak to each other in public. Lori and I, and we see other couples, they'll be having those tense conversations of almost disrespect to each other, and then turn to the clerk that they don't know from Adam or Eve, and just their sugar will come out of their mouth. Just the nicest person in the world to the person they don't know, but then they'll turn back to their spouse or their family member, and it's nothing but, you know, and vileness, meanness. You can tell it's a passive-aggressive, you know, stabs at each other. And we were just thinking that maybe we ought to get that out there. And I mean, again, we're not throwing stones. We don't live in a glass house. We do it too. But we just thought, as a topic for you guys, it would be good to say, hey, occasionally maybe you ought to try, you know, even when it's forced, you got to try to say something nice. And I have found through my beautiful wife's teaching is that if you try and do it, even when you don't want to do it, suddenly you'll get back the stuff that will make you want to do it.
That's right.
And that's really the takeaway, is that if you aren't making an effort, you're never going to get what you want.
That's right. And we talked about this. It's not that you want your spouse to say nice things. You want your spouse to want to say nice things to you. That's the root of what's going on here. And that all starts with, practice. Like everything else, you have to practice saying those words. They have to naturally start coming off your tongue. And it doesn't feel very natural when you start practicing something new. But especially in public, I mean, if you say something, treat your spouse with respect in public. I mean, think about some of those couples you see that have been married so long, and the husband is just, holding her arm and guiding her and still opening the door. I mean, we're not saying you have to get all that sickening crazy, but think about your words. So that's the lesson today, and it was put in front of us a lot of times on this trip, and we just felt like it had to get out. Pay attention to how you're talking to your spouse. Take some baby steps to start, making some changes in that space. And hey, I know the love tank's gonna get filled back up. That's what happens when these things happen. So that's it. We are excited to bring you some video together, and I think you're gonna see more of these. So if you have topics that you'd like, say, yay, he's so happy to be on video with me. If you have topics that you'd want to hear from firefighter wife and husband, leave them in the comments, because we love to hear what you guys want to know about. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.